Senator Sanders on the resolution.
Thank you for the resolution, Madam Leader, Madam President. A tall tree has fell in our forest. You can't get around that. A tall tree has fell. Let me tell you some quick Jesse Jackson moments that I had with him. When he decided to run back in '84, I ended up being the secretary, I don't know how, of the Rainbow in my district. And we brought him out to the Rockaways, Queens, the edge of the earth. And we found a place and we filled it with 3,000 people inside. And the most curious thing, a big noise was happening outside. It was getting so scary. It was another 2,000 people trying to get into the space. We almost had a political riot, people trying to get in. Jesse actually had to go to the door and calm everybody down so that he could speak on the inside. Then he was speaking and he said something that changed my life. Now you have to remember, '84, the '80s was the height of the crack epidemic. It was a bad time to be in New York. And with my luck, I find myself at the epicenter. I'm in the South Bronx. There's no worse place at the time that you could be at the time. Thank God it has changed. But I'm there at the South Bronx, and so Jesse spoke, and he said he drove through the Bronx to get down here, and he said, "You know what I saw?" And I'm saying to myself, yeah, I know what you saw. My God, it looks like a war zone. I'm just coming out the Marine Corps, and I understand that. Then he said, I thought he was going to speak of broken buildings, and it's devastating. He said, I saw jobs. I saw bricklayers and electricians and plumbers. I saw the need for jobs. And I said, oh my God, the man is right. I never even thought of that. His vision was something that way beyond what people could speak of. Then, of course, I had the pleasure of working with him over the Wall Street, when he would go to Wall Street periodically and try to get Wall Street to get right. That's a work in progress. My final thing that I want to tell you about Jesse Jackson came when 2009, 2007, the predatory lending meltdown, where the banks were seizing the mortgage companies, everybody feeding on these poor people. And I'm trying to organize around there, and I said, who can we get? I reached out to Jesse Jackson, and we led a march of around 300 people through Southeast Queens with him. I actually brought him to, my brother Leroy was chairing. We brought him to a meeting of the city council where we were working on these things. I can speak many more things, but time won't permit. A tall tree has fallen in the community. This tree gave us comfort. This tree sheltered us. This tree protected us. We were protected from many winds. A tall tree has fallen. You can't get around that. But one thing about a tall tree falling, Madam President, in order for the young trees to grow, a tall tree must get out the way. If the tall tree does not get out the way, the young trees will die. Jesse Jackson, one of the tallest trees, has fallen. Now comes a time when these young trees need to get up there, need to take their natural place in the world and say that I am somebody, that we have value in spite of. And so I'm very grateful for this resolution, for this moment, for Jesse Jackson, and him letting everyone know that regardless of where you were born, he used to say, you could be born in the projects. And I was born in the Hamels houses. Very proud to say it. Born in the Hamels houses. I was not born in a hospital. I was born in the Hamels houses. No midwife. No man, black or white, slapped me. My mother made up for it, but that's a different story for a different day. One story at a time. I am somebody, and Jesse Jackson helped make it popular. Thank God for him. Thank you, madam.